On Chandra taking the top job at Tata Sons. This is the first reaction coming in from the government.
We've got Mr. Amitabh Kant, the CEO of the NITI Aayog, also joining us. Mr. Kant, thanks very much for joining us on CNBC TV 18. So, N. Chandrasekaran will be appointed as the chairman of Tata Sons and take Tata Sons forward through these very turbulent times. You know Chandra well, so you also know the Tatas very well. Your first reaction?
Shireen, I think it's an excellent choice. Chandra is a very progressive, very visionary person, and he's an insider. So, he knows the entire, all the Tata companies very well. But I think more important than that, that he'll provide a great, to a great extent, continuity in the organization. And I think he will be also a great agent of change. I've personally interacted with him at great length, and I find him as a very, very dynamic leader. So he will do a lot of good to Tata Sons and to all the Tata companies. I think it's a brilliant choice.
You believe that this is the right choice for the Tatas at this point in time. But Mr. Kant, this is a group, as I pointed out, that's facing various challenges, turbulent waters. There are all kinds of investigations that are underway at this point, issues with the regulator on the back of allegations that have been raised by the former chairman. In that sense, it's a difficult path for Chandra to traverse, wouldn't you agree?
Well, Shireen, I know him, and under the circumstances, I think it's a brilliant choice. It's the best possible choice. I know him, and that's why I agreed to comment that he's a very, very dynamic leader, very progressive gentleman, and I think he'll bring in a lot of dynamism to the organization. And therefore, that's all that I'd like to comment. That it's the best possible move.
It's the best possible move, Mr. Kant. Last few questions. In your engagement, okay, the last question then, Mr. Kant. In your engagement with Chandra, and of course, they've been responsible, TCS has been responsible for a lot of government projects. The big one, of course, is the one with for the passports with the government. What has your experience been like on a working basis?
No, I've worked with almost all the Tata companies and very closely, and I've interacted with them at great length as Secretary DIPP and also in NITI Aayog. And given all that, I think Chandra is a person who can think big, he can think large, he can think in terms of infrastructure, he can think about the country. And I think Tata Sons in many ways represents brand India, and it represents India at its best. And therefore, I think Chandra, for what he has done in TCS and for his very visionary approach, he'll also be very aggressive in his business style. So I think it's the best possible thing for Tata today.
My final question, Mr. Kant, you're a man who reinvents himself every few years. You've gone from the DIPP now to the NITI Aayog. In a sense, this is, Chandra's elevation as the chairman of Tata Sons is going to require a certain degree of reinvention as well. If he's listening to this conversation, what would you say to him?
Well, I wish him all the best, and I think he will do extremely well. I really wish him all the very best for both Tata Sons and also for India. He should really drive brand India being the CEO of Tata Sons.